Ben Sebastian here, curator of the Sonic Symphonic podcast and composer of the Kalasin series of albums, and Christmas is finally over. It's left me worn out, it's left me with a cold, which is probably why I sound a little bunged up. But yes, back in the seat again, and yes, that's all that rubbish done for another year. So I'm looking forward to closing 2022 and moving on with another year of hard metal video reviews, videos, music creations, and all sorts. So yes, what am I doing here today? So okay, we're going to introduce you to a gentleman called Alejandro Villegas. Goes by the alias Odermus. He's a Mexican musician, producer, writer, and filmmaker, and he began in the industry as an independent artist, and he's done two EPs, named Kill Cam and La Guinea. This will catch me out. La Gallina que mató a Tarzan. I mean, I have no idea what that translates to and whether I pronounce that right, so excuse me for any errors. And also he's an album called Creepypasta in 2019, which kind of, there's a single from that called One Day Before, which sort of was surrounding excerpts from a psychological horror short film called oh god, this is another more Spanish. Mirada Negra, released by Gauze Films in 2021. Well, that's my introduction, absolutely bumbled. But yes, so the Odermus is heavily influenced by horror and spirituality, and some of his biggest musical influences include soundtracks, from movies and video games of those type of genres. The origin of the name the Odermus arises from a combination of the word in Spanish heder, I think that's how you'd say that, which means giving off an unpleasant and penetrating smell, and the Latinized name of the medieval prophet Nostradamus. So smelly prophet? I don't know. Was that the literal translation? And this guy, as you're going to see from the video, from the track they're going to play, his clothing and his his image is something quite different, and it's inspired by the Hunk character of the Resident Evil franchise. So yeah, he sees himself as someone who delves beyond the vain and superficial for value and appreciation of the unfathomable essence around him, manifesting it with his art in grey ways. So that's a bit about the Odermus. The song we're going to play, or we're going to watch and play, is called Virgin Maria. It's a song about the devil being scared of the Virgin Mary because she can crush his head. In the music video that follows, there's going to be many different references to old era sort of terror in the internet. You'll see some sort of clowns dance from old Japanese McDonald's commercials, and a YouTube sort of classic, the Virgin is the devil, sort of creepypastas, and the overall atmosphere that gets very disturbing, and there's some subliminal messages hidden in the song too. It all comes from an album called Raw Journey, which the Odermus has referred to it as being sort of homesick for a life that never existed, and lyrically speaking tells his beliefs about the world, which come from a spiritual background, as you can see in some of the concept short films he's posted in Spanish. Virgin Maria is one of the two tracks in the album that have sort of full screaming vocals during all of the song. So, and interesting artwork as well. So yeah, okay, let's just give it a listen and see how it stacks up to the mighty expectation and spiritualistic, psychological, horror-based themes that the Odermus is attempting to bring to the table for us.
Some living out message, and living in the mass. You feel dead.
Okay, for me, this was bonkers. Okay, so I've built it up with like, okay, this is psychological horror, la 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 la. So I'm expecting sort of big, dark, and what have you, and but what I received was this sort of lighter metal slash sort of hard rock, I suppose, affair with this little sort of twee piano things going on, choruses, and this dun 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 dun. It was just too much fun, which I suppose makes it more disturbing. And that bit with the car, oh my god, I've never seen that. You know, I think I might be just a generation out of I was aware of what creepypastas were, and which I think, if I'm right, it's like short, scary like videos. But I was like, look, what's this car? What's this all about? And yeah, so that was quite amusing. I like what he's done there. I like the video style. It's like he's got almost like a very sort of pop culture attitude to filmmaking, mixed with this just bizarre music that Odermus is creating, along with his very bizarre brand, but also delivering quite sort of like serious sort of concepts and, you know, interactions between sort of religious iconography and art. Very, very peculiar stuff. Yeah. Kind of lost for words. This wasn't what I was expecting. But okay. I mean, it all sounded good. It all sounded crisp and clear and well put together. I just wouldn't know where to place it. You know, like, okay, similar artists being. The only thing I sort of like identified as that sort of guitaring, which is like slightly fields of the Nephilim, but you know, it's not doesn't have the darkness, you know, the depth to make it sort of like goth either. And going back again to the video, like like, where in the world can you get the permission to dress in the manner that Odermus has done, and go wandering around, you know, your local church or something? You know, there was an interview I was doing with Heartlight the other day, and we were talking about permissions and music videos and all this kind of stuff. So, you know, maybe where Odermus is from, things are much more relaxed. Okay, interesting project, interesting concept. Okay, unique delivery. Am I excited? As no, but I'm intrigued, and I think this is, you know, this is where the Odermus is kind of winning points there. It's like this. He's doing something that's so out there that I just can't resist going and having a sort of a dive in and listen to his back catalogue. And it'll be depending on that as to where we go next with Odermus. I might want to look into this a little bit more. But yeah, okay. So if this was like your bag, you were not too weirded out or whatever. Do you know what? Give it a follow. You know, because it's different. You know, and it's nice to be surprised. It's nice to have a bit of a fresh breath of fresh air. Someone sort of bucking all the trends, and yeah, I like, yeah, I liked it. It's thank you, man. It's been a good experience. Yeah, I'm going to go and check out the rest of the stuff.